morning, guys. This is Lucy Polgar from Last Bastion, sponsored by Fight Division. I'm here absolutely buzzing with Eleanor Fellows. Buzzing, obviously, because we've got the win, so absolutely congratulations. But buzzing more so, one, because there was an opponent change. Two, because I don't want to use the word nervous, but you weren't really feeling it beforehand because of the change and the heavier weight and stuff. And three, the opponent's so much heavier. Mate, congratulations, first off. How are you feeling?
Do you know what? I feel really happy now. Like,
now.
Beforehand, like, usually I'm like fired up, I'm ready, I'm like, let's do it, adrenaline's pumping. But this one, I felt a bit different. I felt a bit weird. But as soon as round one finished, I was like, it's go time. Let's do it. And now I'm on the top of the world. You know what I mean?
I love it. Absolutely love it. So I come in, try and see you just a little bit in the change rooms beforehand, and I've seen you before on fights like Hitman Fight League and stuff, and you are normally much more vibey. Oh, lights, man, what's going on? You are normally much more like sort of. Thank you. I love that. We've got a dancer in the background, guys, keeping the lights on. The vibe was a little bit different this time. You was just a little bit more reserved, a little bit more sort of calculated, and just like reserving your energy. Was that because of obviously all the changes and the weight difference as well, man? That's big.
I don't know. I feel like this fight was 5-3s, and I've only done that once before. So in my head, I was a bit like just focusing on 5-3s. So it sounds really weird. You probably thought, oh my God, she's being alright. But I was just like trying to conserve my energy as much as possible. So I literally was like tunnel vision, focusing on myself, focusing on warming up. I was just like, conserve your energy, 5-3s. You've got to go 5 rounds. Do not gas out with this girl. She's experienced. She does 5-3s all the time. You need to keep up with her pace. So that's why I was literally like tunnel vision and just numb to the fight.
Yeah, mate, you absolutely did keep up with the pace. So much so to the point when you watch the fight back, me and Becky Ballo were at the side at ringside, and Kev was screaming, "You've won! Just pull back. Use your energy!" Like da da da. And you were like, "No!" And you were just like going, like literally. Kev was screaming, "You've won! Pull back. Create space!" And you were just going out with ease. And it was like, wow, like was that more of a mental point for yourself as well to prove like I am supposed to be in here with these top ranking fighters? Like, let's go.
I feel like that's just my style, just get in and
you were
knee.
Like, I'm going. Man.
I was like, I did hear him shout like pull back, and I was like, okay. But I just thought it's round 5. It's all or nothing. And I still had something left in the gas tank. All them Haribo had done something today, so I was like, let's just go for it.
I love that round 5, all or nothing, and absolutely was like his voice was cracking. He was like, "You've won, just pull back," and you were like absolutely just going for it. Daniella is very well known, which we all love. That's why we love watching a fight. But she's very well known for being a bit of a taunter, being a bit of like tongue out, cheeky, smiling, like it's not bothering. Did that bother you at all, or was you just thinking, I'm still gonna have you?
No, it didn't. To be honest, my friends actually just said to me like back there, they were like, what was she doing? Like, why was she like saying stuff? She was like talking to herself. I think she was talking to herself, and I was like, I didn't even notice in the fight.
So
I just genuinely was like thinking about what I was doing and listening to my corner. That was all I was thinking. That was literally it. And I was just like, no, it didn't really put me off, actually. I kind of enjoyed it. It made it a bit more fun.
It does make it a bit more fun. Like, we've watched her a few times, and it does tend to make it a little bit more, and it's like a respectful nod as well. Like, she's not afraid of when you do land something good, she'll acknowledge it. So she's not one of them who's just like taunting and like taking the piss and being a bit disrespectful. When you land something, she's like, okay, cool, that was good, that was good.
I think it brings a bit of a vibe to the fight. I actually just before watched her fight against Emma Rush, and they were smiling, they were exchanging and smiling and enjoying it, and I was like, you know what, that is making me want to get in and enjoy this fight. Just their smiles on the faces, and I feel like she actually just makes you want to enjoy the fight. I don't think she's doing it in a bad way, like you say. She's doing it like, come on, we're in this ring, let's enjoy it.
Yeah, I love that. Like proper performers, the both of you in it. One thing I did notice was, and again, it might be the last minute notice or whatever for Daniella, but the corner was shouting a lot to you as well. Sorry, that she was tired. So in the later rounds, it was like the taunting stuff. Maybe was actually just trying to create a bit of space so she could have a breather. And the corner was screaming that at you. So was that something you were tapped into because you were not letting her have that break? So when she was trying to have a dance and taunting and moving away from you, you were like, nope, let's go. And you were closing the gap, like taking a little breather yourself, but almost immediately going straight back in. Was that you just mentally saying, no, I'm in control of this?
I mean, I'd like to think so, but I don't think that deeply when I'm in the ring. I just think I'm in a fight and I want to hit you. That's basically how I think, and I just got to have faith in my gas tank that I can set the fight at my pace, and when I get in there, it's my fight at my pace, and she's not setting that pace, I am, and that's what I want to do, so.
And that's absolutely what you did, absolutely what you did. Do you know what I love is that, and you can feel it as well, and obviously from watching you fight several times now, like, all the answers you're giving, you're saying like, I don't think that deeply. You're just in flow. You're so in it, and you're such like, you've not even been in it that long, but you're just a very natural. You are just a fighter through and through because you're not thinking about it when you're in there. You're in flow. When you come out, you can't remember what you've done because you were so in the moment. It's like, oh, actually, did I do that? Da, da, da. And yeah, I feel like it's very natural to you. So when you're in there and you are creating these gaps, or you are like accidentally ignoring the corner's advice to pull back and stuff. You are just a fighter through and through, and you're just going to keep pushing forward. Is that something we can keep expecting to see from you?
I mean, I'd like to think so. We'll see. I'm just going to keep pushing myself to my limits. Like today was a massive opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think I've proven time and time again that I'll take the opportunities no matter what, and I'm not going to shy away. And I'm just going to keep taking them, whatever gets thrown at me now. This is giving me even more kind of like of the fire to get going and just take on another challenge. Like I'm so ready. Like you say, when I'm in the ring, I'm just a robot. Listen to that corner, do what they say, and hit that girl.
Yeah, I love it, because there was a definite change in you from like seeing you before, even at the Hitman Fight League. I remember standing behind you at the Hitman Fight League, and your song came on, and there was like a moment of the. But then when you're in there, something switches, and it is just like all the nerves or all the anticipation or whatever it is, the build. Once you're in there, it's literally just chin down, hands up, and you just like something switches in you. Is that? Did you feel that instantly? Because again, like we say, like you've only been in the game like 12, 18 months. Was that something that you instinctively just thought, I'm meant to be here?
That's a really tough question, right? So I'll tell you one thing. Usually my switch flicks when I'm warming up. That's one thing my coach Alice says all the time. She's like, when you're warming up, your switch flicks and I'm in the zone. But today my switch only flicked definitely in round 3. Round 1 I felt it, but round 3 I felt it even more. And like my friend Holly, she's like, you're a pit bull. She's like, just remember, you're a pit bull and that switch is gonna flick. And it just does it. Yeah. Like you say, I feel like I'm just born to fight, to be honest, and it just goes. And when I see it, I see it. I always say I get it from my dad. He's a bit of a psycho.
We love it. A fighting family. We love that. At the very end of the fight, then, so obviously Vinny Shawman's like raising your hand and stuff. Vinny Shawman, massive, yeah, absolutely massive name in the game, and he's obviously all into the mindset and stuff as well. Sorry, guys, we have a heckler. So. For Vinny to be saying such incredible things, like the speech afterwards, Vinny saying like, you are like sensational and what you've achieved in such a short amount of time is just unreal. And again, so Daniella's come into this fight a lot heavier than you. There was an opponent change for you, so mentally there was so many changes. And like you've just said, no matter what, you just go for it and you are making waves. How does it feel to have someone like Vinny Shawman in front of a crowd full of people to say, this girl is the next big thing?
Do you know what? I nearly cried. Yes. I was trying to keep it together when he was saying it, and I was like, oh my gosh, everything he was saying. And when he compared me to Nico Carrillo, I was literally like, no. He's drawn the line. We need to draw a line. He's gone too far now.
He's the only other person who's done it like the way you have.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take the compliment, but literally, like, to be compared to Nico Carrillo is literally, that's just ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd. He's unreal. He is the king for a reason. But I know it's just been a whirlwind, and people say like, oh, you're going to go here, you might go here, but do you know what? I'm living in the present. I'm taking each fight day by day, and I'm just enjoying the journey.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's probably half of like where the success is coming from, because you're not overthinking it. Even like inside and outside of the ring, like you are taking every opportunity. So obviously, we've done podcasts together. Like you're coming out chatting. We've got obviously Last Bastion and stuff, and you've got yes,
Bastion.
We're repping. We're on it. We're on the tape as well. So see you later.
Thank you.
So that's another thing I want to get onto, the team you've got behind you as well. Like you are just, you're in a very good, it seems like a good circle at the moment where you're surrounded by the right sort of opportunities, the right sort of people, but it's because you've got the right mindset of throw it at me and I'll do it. So let's talk about a little bit about the team. So you've been working with Dr. Sean Aspinall again and Nat PT. So talk to us about like how it's been with them up until the lead up of this. You've worked with them before, so you're familiar now.
Yeah, so obviously I've worked with Sean now since April, since my British title fight on Muay Thai Grand Prix. He's changed the game for me. Do you know what? He's not just my nutritionist. He's my 24/7 therapist. Like I get messages off Sean at 3 a.m. being like, "Come on, you've got this." He made me feel like I could take on the world for this fight. Obviously, I've got my coaches Tommy and Alice. They put every faith into me that I would take this fight and it would be good. I wouldn't have done it without them. She's actually there.
Yes.
And then obviously I worked with Sean, my nutritionist. He changed my whole plan when I took this fight on like 2 days notice. He literally was up till, he sent me messages at 3 a.m. being like, you need to do this tomorrow, this tomorrow, this tomorrow. He puts his heart and soul into his fighters, like just as much as the coaches do. It's absolutely phenomenal. And then obviously I've started working with Nat. This is my first camp I've done with Nat, and I can safely say this is my first camp I've done with Nat. I've been working with him for like a good few weeks now, and he's on hand to help. Like anything, I'm like, oh, can we try that? Can we try that? And he's like, makes me feel so good. He's like, you are strong for your weight. You are strong for your weight. And if it weren't for him, like the power and the strength I have behind me now, like everyone says to me when I walk in the gym, wow, you're looking big today. And I'm like, am I? So honestly, he's changed the game for me as well. Both of them together. It's been a whirlwind. It's been a great camp as well.
Yeah, amazing. It sounds like you've just got like the proper alchemy at the minute, and that is all down to like none of that would work. Like I'm not saying they're not brilliant. I know they are. We obviously had chats with them ourselves, but none of that would work unless you were at the source of it. Like you're like the main part of it. Like you're willing to take it in, you're willing to take it on board. There's plenty of people that we know ourselves as trainers and stuff. Like there's only so much you can do as the outside person. It is on the person who's in there, so it is on you. You're taking it in. You're the one putting the work in. You're the one listening and attributing what they're saying and making the changes. So yeah, don't discredit yourself too much.
Hi guys.
See you later, guys. Well done. And last little bit, so another thing I want to mention is the team that we've got around us. So like obviously home show Wigan, like obviously Mint, we love it when there's a show up north because the northern crowd always do just bring it, don't they? It's just a great feeling. So with the alchemy you got, the team you've got around you, how does it feel to be on a show where there's so many of you all fighting together?
Oh, so obviously I do a little bit of training at Majestic, and the boys are just amazing. They've leveled me up. I really do feel like they have. And just walking in that changing room, so I came a bit later. Obviously I was on a bit later today. Well, after that smell of the flipping Thai oil hits you, my eyes, everyone walked in and their eyes just streamed. It was ridiculous. But after that had settled, it was like a slick operation. Yeah. Everyone was just like, come on, guys, let's go, let's do it. It's our day. It's a team day. And obviously I had the boys from Johnson's. They were on a bit earlier. They smashed it as well from my home gym. And then I came. But today, it was just felt like a family atmosphere. Everyone was like, from the kids to the boys, like obviously Ryan had a massive win, Callum had a massive win, Josh has just put on an absolute display. Like it's just fight, it's just so much better when you're all together. Like going down south is great for a show, but when you and your mates are up here absolutely. And your teammates, and it's just it's a different vibe. It's unmatched.
100%. I feel like that in itself as well has sort of like just added to like how special the night is, because like I say, there's a lot of wins, and even the ones where it didn't go our way, like where it didn't go to like the obviously the home fighter, even in those moments you're surrounded by family, so it doesn't matter. It's always a lesson, never a loss. So we will let you get going. Obviously it's been an incredible night. Thank you so much to the backing dancer, by the way. Like this has been incredible. Like shout to the best friend, because without you this interview would have been much harder. So well, thank you. But we are absolutely, like I say, it is down to you and what you've achieved in the last, like, is it 12 or 18 months?
So I did my beginner's course in July last year. That's when I had my starting point.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we're in now? September. Oh my God, the year's gone so fast. Yeah, September.
It's gone so fast because you've not bloody stopped. That's why it's gone so fast, because it's literally been non-stop for you. And I honestly cannot wait to see what you do next. Obviously, there's a lot of different things going on behind the scenes as well, like partnerships left, right, and centre. So I honestly do feel like Vinny is tuning something there. He's right. Like you are just at the beginning, and you are going to absolutely take off. So I'm buzzing that we get to see you in these like early stages when you're smashing it. Absolutely smashed it. Lots of love. Well done.
Here we go!